Hello and welcome to the Rumblin Man YouTube channel. I'm Rumblin Man, and this is a YouTube channel for guitar and bass players. And in the content of this channel, we review guitars, basses, and related gear. Long story short, I'm kind of a multi-instrumentalist, if you will. Not as in someone who can play all kinds of instruments, but I play guitar and bass, and I play them equally. I focus on both and getting better at both and gear of both. That's why this is a guitar and bass channel. But in addition to the guitars and basses, we look at pickups like what we're looking at tonight. We look at gear, pedals, tutorials as are relevant to today's musicians and all kinds of things like that. So if that's the kind of content you like, which I suspect it is, then I beseech you, go on and click the subscribe button and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really love and appreciate your subscription. And if you're a return viewer, do me a favor and go on and keep the support going by clicking that thumbs up button, and that will help me out, all right? So welcome one and welcome all. The question we're addressing in tonight's video, and I say tonight, I mean, maybe it's morning. I don't know. It's nearly 2 a.m., but this is the time I have to do this. So the question we're addressing in tonight's video is this: can you get boutique electric guitar tone on a budget? Because my thought is this: you can run, cheap sounding Telecaster pickups through a really good rig, but they'll still mud out. They'll still sound second rate. Thinking about guitar tone, when it comes to the actual guitar itself, there just have to be certain really good components on the instrument for you to be able to get a pro sound. If the hardware isn't performing well, or if, say, the pickups are muddy or the strings are dead, you need to make upgrades. And so, we can take affordable instruments and make them great, but to do that, we need to make certain upgrades to those instruments. Now, I personally am a big fan of products that work great, but are also priced to the working musician, a little more on the affordable end, because for me, I can't always afford to get the expensive gear, but as a full-time working musician myself, I need to be able to haggle and spend wisely and still get things that are going to work for what I do. And quite frankly, companies out there, if you can impress me with your product and sell it at half the price of your competitors, I'm on board. This guitar is made up of a lot of different parts, hardware, etc. But the one component on the guitar itself that I personally feel has the most to do with your plugged-in sound and the quality of your tone is the pickups. So if someone is making pickups that sound as good as the real deal, but cost a lot less, significantly less, I'm interested in checking that out. So that's kind of what we're looking at tonight. Now, keep in mind, I can't showcase every budget pickup solution out there in this one video, but I can at least point you in the direction of one very possible solution when it comes to affordable pickups of boutique sound. And we're going to check that out. We're going to explore that. Enter Porter Pickups. Now, Porter Pickups is a high-end boutique company based in Boise, Idaho. And because of the quality of the products they make, they can't possibly sell their pickups at the working man's price point. But being a company that cares about musicians of all budget levels, Porter has made their newer sub-company, Gatekeeper Pickups, vastly available. All right, so Fender has Squier, Gibson has Epiphone, the Lone Ranger has Tonto, and Porter has Gatekeeper. Welcome to the 20 whatever. Gatekeeper Pickups began as a joint collaboration between Porter Pickups and Sublime Guitars. But after Sublime closed up shop, Porter made the Gatekeeper brand available to the masses. I myself have reviewed a couple other Gatekeeper sets on this channel, and my favorite that I've tried so far is absolutely the Gatekeeper Hot Wind pickups. All right, so these are budget-friendly pickups, but I'm telling you, I'd put them in just about any double humbucker guitar. So I already know that I'm getting myself into something cool here. But recently, when I did a full review of this guitar here on the Rumblin Man channel, it just so happens that I mentioned that I wasn't crazy about the stock Ventera pickups and that I wanted to do an upgrade. So I gave Porter Pickups a shout and we made this happen today. So a big shout out to Brian and the gang at Porter Pickups. Thank you so much for sending these pickups out for me to check out. This set of Gatekeepers just seems like an amazing deal at the price point of only $99. Bam, that's it. $99 gets you a set of pickups made by Porter. The way Gatekeepers are made so affordably is that they are manufactured overseas as opposed to the United States. However, they are manufactured to the strict specifications of Porter Pickups, which involves much communication with the United States base of operation. To ask ourselves if we're getting a boutique pickup sound out of this set of pickups, if they're giving us boutique tone on a budget, we need to take it a step further, and we need to do the ultimate comparison, which is we need to compare these pickups side by side to an actual boutique set of pickups, which I have here. All right, so this guitar is an American Telecaster, and as I mentioned, it is equipped with boutique pickups. It is equipped with Porter Pickups, who makes the Gatekeepers secondarily. It is equipped with Porter Pickups custom Tele set. And they are, from everything I've tried, they're my favorite Telecaster pickups in existence. They're the best. I'll never get rid of them. They totally rock, and they're great for all styles. So that's what we're going to compare this to. I'm going to play both these guitars side by side, and you'll hear just the guitars by themselves. And that way we're going to get a really good idea of if the Gatekeepers can give you the sound performance that a real boutique set of pickups like these Porter pickups can. Now, keep in mind, you already notice, differences in these two guitars. There are other factors on these guitars that could affect a difference in sound. For instance, they have different fretboards that can play a part in your tone. And then also we have two, different and differently aged sets of strings that plays a big part in your tone. That said, those two factors are going to be more minimal. These guitars are still very similarly made, and it's really going to be the pickups that are going to cut through the most. So, with the exception of strings and fretboards, we got a really fair comparison here as we line them up. Okay, so we're going to check that out side by side. First, we'll play the Gatekeeper equipped Tele. And we're going to go through the different pickup positions in a clean setting, followed by each setting will be followed by the Porter equipped Tele. And then after we hear that all clean, we're going to turn on a tube screamer and listen to it all overdriven and kind of see how that sounds. And this is what's going to help us really get to a verdict tonight about this tone. Let's check it out. I do have kind of a conclusion here, but I want to hear what you guys think as well. So please do me a favor and let me know in the comments of this video what you think. If this Gatekeeper set nails the boutique tone that we get from the full Porter set. My initial opinion before playing these demos tonight was that the Porters simply blew the Gatekeepers out of the water. Having, been plugging these both up and using them both lately, I'm recording with both guitars. So, even though I thought that the Porter pickups blew the Gatekeepers out of the water, I still like the Gatekeepers and got some good recorded sounds with them. That said, here's kind of my more well-rounded viewpoint after comparing them side by side, apples to apples. As far as the bridge pickup goes, the bridge pickup position, I think with the Gatekeepers, they did a really good job at recreating the Porter pickup. That said, with the Porters, if you really listen, I just hear a little more, a little better high-end definition in the Porter pickup set than I do in the Gatekeeper set with that bridge pickup. That said, they sound incredibly similar, and hey, for a budget set of pickups, they hit it on the head pretty well with that bridge pickup. Where we have a real difference to me is with the neck pickup. So in the position where you hear both pickups at the same time, and then in the position where you hear just the neck pickup, to me, that's a world of difference, because to me, with the Gatekeepers, it just kind of starts to mud out a little bit. Now, not as muddy as other Tele pickups I've used, okay? But it does start to mud out a little bit to me when you incorporate the neck pickup. To me, it gets too bassy. To me, you just can't use overdrive on the neck pickup with the Gatekeepers. If you listen to that, it's like it got bassy, it got a little muddy, but then when you listen to the Porter neck pickup, it's still got that nice, clear brightness that just kind of cuts through. With the Porters, I never have them mud out. They never mud out. The Gatekeepers, though, when it comes to the neck pickup, I'm disappointed, because to me, while the bridge pickup is really nice, the neck pickup to me just doesn't sound as clear as it needs to. There's just not enough to set the neck pickup apart from real cheap pickups I've heard. So ultimately for me, am I going to say that this particular set of Gatekeepers is boutique tone on a budget? Unfortunately for me, they don't really sound like boutique tone. That's kind of a disappointment for me. And so question being, are these Gatekeeper pickups going to stay in this Tele for me? I mean, for a while they will, but ultimately I'm going to be looking for something else, because I want the best performance out of my guitars. And, this green Tele with the Porters, never, ever, ever lets me down. And I want the silvery one to never let me down either. Okay, so again, I want to thank Porter Pickups for making this video happen today. I also want to say a big thank you to my friend Jeff, who techs my guitars for me, for doing the installation, giving me a great setup and installing these SIT strings, which I like so far. And thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Porter Pickups. Very cool to work with you guys. And I'm looking forward to doing more Telecaster upgrades, checking out more Tele pickups if we can, and see what all is out there on the Rumblin Man channel. Okay, don't forget, there's also a link in the description of this video to check out my patch store on my website. If you use Helix LT ideally, or even Helix Floor, I've got some patches you just might like, and you bass players, I've got them for you guys too. Okay, so very cool stuff coming up on the Rumblin Man channel. We got some cool stuff. We're going to look at some extremely, extremely cool bass guitar products. We have more electric guitars and stuff coming up as well. So it's going to be great. So I just want to say thank you for checking out this video. Let me know your thoughts about the tones in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Okay, so God bless you guys. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace out.